I gotta ask you something. What did you want to be when you grew up? Your answer could win you a $100 gift card and an Anything Show with John Francois shot glass and keychain Monday, October 27th. Now, there's so many ways you can tell us your childhood dream job. Facebook.com/The Anything Show. My personal Facebook page at John Francois, Jon, last name Francois. We also are on Instagram and TikTok at Anything Show Francois. Tell us what you want to be when you grew up, just in time for Monday, October 27th, so we can give you that $100 gift card and the Anything Show with John Francois shot glass and keychain. Good luck.
Everyone and their cat has a podcast about the entertainment industry. But few shows have as much fun doing it as Rico and the Man with Rob Traegler and Peter Martino.
Well, look at Podcast Boy. Looks like he got a new toy.
Yes, New Jersey meets California in this bi-coastal, hilarious show where two old college buddies take shots at all things entertainment.
Dave Bautista's all like, I was never asked to do it.
Well, maybe he would have been asked to do it if he wasn't such a pain in the ass.
With special guests, trivia, listener feedback, and comedy bits.
Scarlet Witch is a scarlet bitch.
Okay, let's change the subject now.
Rob and Peter invite you to laugh along as they praise, pummel, and pick apart show business.
The Nirvana baby is suing. Is he not getting girls because of the penis in the picture?
Rico and the Man. Available on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and more.
Attention Nashville, Tennessee area drivers. Commodore Express, Central Tennessee's premier refrigerated transportation provider, is actively hiring CDLA team drivers with minimum 2 years experience. They have been in business since 1995 and provide a solid, stable, stress-free work environment. Their teams run to California and back weekly, average 4,500 miles per week out and back operation. Time off is flexible, they offer full benefits, and pay is dependent on experience. You can visit their website, www.commodoreexpress.net, to learn more, request an online application, or feel free to call Robert in recruiting at 615-287-5140, extension 1, to discuss your future.
From the Magic 97.7 studios in Lyndonville, Vermont, this is The Anything Show with John Francois. Stand by and remain cautious.
Here we go. John Francois here with Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast. We welcome you to The Anything Show. Hey, Andrew.
Hola, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm in the mood for a great show, which we will have for you this week as we record this on Friday, October 1st. Coming up, we have a conversation with actress and singer Alicia Witt of Law & Order: Criminal Intent, Sybil, Justified, Twin Peaks, Orange is the New Black, etc. She is also a musician who released a new album called The Conduit, so I'll be speaking about that with her later on. For our celebrity gossip, Andrew, the Super Bowl halftime show. Did you know that it's going to be black as hell next year? I love it.
Can't wait to see all the blackness.
Yes. For our Let's Get Viral segment, Pitbull sings Happy Birthday, not the rapper, the actual dog Pitbull. A Pitbull sings Happy Birthday. For our Ask Anything, we ask you, what did you want to be when you grew up? It is our new October giveaway question, and you could win a $100 gift card and an Anything Show with John Francois shot glass and keychain Monday, October 27th. And for our headlines, in just a second, we're going to talk about a real knife being placed in a haunted house. Listen, subscribe, follow, rate, review The Anything Show with John Francois on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Follow us on Facebook.com/The Anything Show, Instagram, and, oh my God, with the help of Andrew and my girlfriend Tony, we are now on TikTok as well, at Anything Show Francois. Yay! Yay, TikTok. Yay, me for being an actual trendy millennial. I love it. We're also on YouTube under The Anything Show with John Francois. Shot glasses and keychains are available. $10 for a glass, $5 for the keychain. My lovely photographer friend Macy, who designed the merchandise, just gave me a new shipment today as we record this. So I'm so excited to be sending more out. Send me a DM if you want more information on that. Okay, Andrew, now that we've gotten all the church announcements out of the way, shall we get into some headlines?
Let's do it.
All right, yo, we start off with, this stupid person who is a haunted house actor near Cleveland, Ohio. He decided to scare people by using a real knife last week. He accidentally stabbed an 11-year-old kid in the foot. Luckily, it just nicked him, and the kid, the trooper he is, he wanted to finish the haunted house. His mom decided not to press charges, which I don't even understand, Andrew, because why was a real knife in a haunted house in the first place?
I would be suing you next Tuesday.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's a haunted house, which it kind of implies that it's all fictional, it's all fake. So maybe you want to use a prop fake knife instead? Hello?
It's only a man who thought of this to say, oh, this is a good idea. Let's run around with sharp objects.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah, like if a haunted house actress was doing this, like she'd actually like go through the care and attention of looking at the prop knife store in Prop Knife, Illinois, and making sure that everybody's safe and sound. Don't you think, Andrew?
Yes, and I'm going to Prop Knife tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to Prop Knife tomorrow, the store?
Yeah, that's what it is. We're going to Prop Knife. I'm going to go pick up some knife now that I know this town is a thing. Let's go.
All right. You won't kill me when you find out it doesn't exist, the prop knife store?
I won't kill you. I will just bring a prop knife.
Oh, and fake kill me with a prop knife. I like it. I like where you're going with this, Andrew. Hey, we go on to Goodwill's annual Halloween survey, which found that costumes related to TV shows, movies, and pop culture are number one again this year. 28% of people planning to dress up will wear a costume that falls in that category. And then, of course, you have the 25% of people, Andrew, that will do paranormal things like witches, ghosts, zombies. Andrew, I got to be honest, we're talking about things that are so men. And I'm such a man when it comes to planning things, in that I will wait until the day of, the day before, or maybe the weekend before Halloween to find my very expensive costume. Do you already have your costume planned out?
I already have it planned out. I plan out my Halloween costumes in January, the year before Halloween.
What the hell is wrong with you? How do you do that?
Well, you have to pick out your concept, and maybe I have to put on weight, or maybe I have to lose weight for this costume.
Wow.
So you've got to be prepared. You got to know.
But here's the thing that strikes me about Halloween costumes, because I just moved out of my former house and into my girlfriend's place. And with that, I donated my Halloween costumes of years past to the Salvation Army, because I don't know, I just find it silly to have the same Halloween costume like 2 or 3 years in a row. I'm obviously not going to use it on a regular day outside of Halloween. So I don't know. I wonder, like, is it worth it to, go through all this effort to, pick out a costume for like $40 when you only wear it once?
I would say yes, because,
Andrew, hold on. I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Yeah, say that again. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would say yes, it's worth it. Because, you never know when you're going to reuse the costume. Maybe you want to spice up your workday with little Batman underwear, or, just have a little fun.
Yeah, I did have a Batman sleeping bag when I was a kid. So you know what? Maybe my penis will have a relationship with Batman someday. I love it. All right, more Halloween stuff. Halloween decorations, Andrew, our next headline. We're wondering if it's too early, too late. Like, when's a good time to put up Halloween decorations? 43% of people said the appropriate time is the first half of October. 21% say they would wait until the second half. 3% actually don't think it's necessary until the day of Halloween. And actually, there are some people that put it up before Labor Day. What say you? When do you put up your Halloween decorations, Andrew?
My Halloween decorations is me slapping a sticker on the window, so it's the day of. I am slapping a little pumpkin on the window. Boom, decorate.
You know why? Because you're spending like a year developing like a $250 Halloween costume concept. So by the time you get to that, it's like, oh God, the decorations, really? No.
It's like I just went past 7-Eleven. I'm like, what do y'all have in here? Give it to me, slap it on the window, and then that's it.
Yeah, can I just get like a Halloween themed Slurpee sticker? Like, come on now, 7-Eleven, hook me up with that.
Like, do you have an orange napkin? How about a black one? I see
I love it. I love it. You know what? Halloween decorations, here's what I'll say. They are going to be existent. If they are, I feel like with all the effort, with all the time that you put into it, might as well put it up at least the beginning of October right now. Because, with all that effort you're putting into putting it up and then the money you're spending on it, like, why would you just have it, be up for a day and then, before you know it, 24 hours later, after you have already put it up, you're putting it down again? No, Halloween decorations, I think, Andrew, should be treated like Christmas.
I like that. I would honestly love to see people with jack-o'-lanterns all year long.
Mm-hmm. You know it, baby. Hey, Smarties candy. Speaking of Halloween and maybe candies that people don't care about, what do you think about Smarties candy, Andrew? Because I feel like it's kind of lined up with candy corn, which is the Halloween candy that people love to hate.
I think Halloween candy kind of tastes like Comet bathtub cleaner.
Okay.
It's very strong.
Okay. I'm sorry, you said Halloween candy in general tastes like bathtub cleaner or Smarties candy?
Well, the Smarties in general.
Oh.
Those are you might as well just do a line of bath salts or something. It doesn't taste that good.
Wow. Well, fittingly enough, you said that because a fun fact here in our next headline, did you know, Andrew, that Smarties candy was originally made with machines that were built to make gunpowder pellets for ammunition during World War I? So yes, you heard that right, Andrew. The same material used for war machinery, war weapons, we put that in our mouth nowadays.
Flavor explosion.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember I had a bunch of Smarties candy that I had to buy as a prop for a theater production that I stage managed back in the day, Andrew. And I had more than enough after the production was over. So I was like, all right, I'm going to save it. I'm going to make the money worth it. I'll eat these Smarties eventually. What did you guess? Guess what I did, Andrew? Guess what I did?
They never got eaten.
Yeah.
You gave them out on Halloween to the annoying kids.
I should have, but no, I just threw them out because I clearly don't value my money that I'm working hard to make. All right, Andrew, come on now. Let's get into the woke world of wokeness. Apparently, the word virginity might be replaced, according to the woke feminists. Some feminists in our next headline say that they have been calling for a new term to replace virginity, partially because that word has been built up to frame female sexuality as a treasure that can be taken or lost. Apparently, we might be replacing virginity with the term sexual debut because it makes sexuality seem more positive so that women don't begin their journey at a deficit. Andrew, what do you think about the term sexual debut?
I love it because I feel like for a sexual debut, I would have on a very shimmery gown with a rabbit shawl, made of very expensive rabbit.
Yeah.
So it's I'm here for the sex tonight.
Yeah. It's like a hilariously formal, dashing, elegant. I think you said it's like a Great Gatsby kind of a feel.
Yes, very Great Gatsby-ish. I am here for sex, and you know that.
Yeah.
That's debuting tonight.
Yeah.
I always hate the term virginity. I think it's a terrible term, so let's get rid of it. But sexual debut, I can go see them perform on a Tuesday.
Oh, you think it's like the name of a band?
Yeah, your sexual debut.
Oh yeah, sexual debut playing at Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut near you. Oh yeah, buy their T-shirts. They'll make you come with pleasure. I don't know what I just said, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
You just get $1 million idea.
You said I just gave you $1 million idea.
You just given some producer $1 million idea.
All right.
A group called Sexual Debut, and it's gonna go crazy.
Oh my God! Just the fact that I gave a $1 million making producer $1 million idea, that makes me want to go back in time and have my sexual debut all over again. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy! All right, streaming services. Let's talk about streaming services. So, if you could keep one streaming service, which one would it be, according to a recent survey? Andrew, you have how many streaming services?
So now I have 4. I've got HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. And
if you had to choose one, fighting to the death, which one would it be?
Right now, Netflix has my money. They have it. The Netflix is amazing.
Yeah. But what about Netflix is amazing? Why Netflix out of all of them?
So I just downloaded Netflix Thursday is when I downloaded it.
Wow.
And I was watching this show called Squid Game, and that just made me fall in love. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Let's see what other content they have.
Yeah, Netflix, well, first of all, where were you for the last, 15 years? I mean, you just downloaded Netflix for the first time?
Well, I was always illegally streaming things, just, getting them for free. But now crack down on that, so it's like, okay, I might as well spend $1.
Okay. Wow, Andrew. Being responsible and legal for once. I like that. I appreciate that.
I'm turning over a new leaf at 33.
All right. I appreciate that. Yeah, I would say Netflix out of all of them because there's a certain familiarity and comfort with it. And also just, I don't like the idea of having 10 different streaming services because then, with all the money that I'm paying, I'm pressured to watch 1 billion content, per streaming service. And who has that kind of time, Andrew?
Right. That's a lot. It's dedication. I am thinking about putting them on rotation. 1 month I'll pay one, then stop all the others, then another month pick up the new one and see if they added new stuff.
Right.
Because it's expensive.
It really is. It really is. Andrew, do you ever ignore text messages? That is our next headline here.
I am terrible at it. I ignore them at times.
What? Do you ignore my text messages?
I am a terrible texter.
Yeah, you are. You are. Sometimes I think you're dead when you don't respond to me for a long amount of time. 43% of people in a recent survey says that they have unread texts they have not responded to. The average, Andrew, 47 unread messages. I got to wonder, how popular do you have to be to have 47 unread text messages?
It's different for everybody. Right now in my phone, I have 94 that are unread. And those have just come in over the last week, and I'm like, okay.
In your regular phone? Just 94 messages?
Oh yeah, my phone is always going off. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I missing out on now?
You're missing out on people who want to know if you're alive or not. That's what you're missing out on. That's insane.
Those things. And then some of them are group texts, so the group texts get a little intense.
God. Well, speaking of things that are slow to respond, fast food drive-thrus, our next headline right here on the Anything Show. Fast food drive-thrus, according to an annual report, are becoming slower and less accurate. I find this to be true, Andrew, because in terms of the accuracy part, they always forget my sweet and sour sauce. They always put cheese on my burger when I don't ask for it. I mean, what if I'm lactose intolerant? I mean, should I sue them for the extreme amount of gas and bloating that I would have?
I mean, you could. You could always sue for a McDiarrhea, something like that. People did this too.
Oh, coming soon. McDonald's version of the sloppy Joe, the McDiarrhea.
That sounds awkwardly enticing.
Really? Okay, really? To be honest, if you had a big goop of smelly diarrhea covered in buns, edible buns, you would actually find that enticing.
Well, I mean, that's no different than getting the Big Mac.
You're partially true. Yes, I've tasted too many Big Macs, and yes, they are getting closer to tasting like diarrhea. Yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right. I have no idea if we should talk about anything else in this segment. I feel like there might be something else. Oh, my God. Rochester, New York, where you're from, Andrew. A recent survey said that Rochester, New York is the second most neighborly city in America. Andrew, I think you said you disagree with that?
That is a lie. That is on Maury. The lie detector test confirms this is a lie. It is not neighborly here. I think that may happen in the suburbs where most people don't live, but it is not neighborly at all.
So what makes you stay? Because you seem like a very neighborly friendly person. You seem to be contrasting the rough and tumbles of Rochester, New York.
You know what? I am a very neighborly neighbor. And in my neighborhood, I've had the police called on me 3 separate times for just going to my car and to my apartment.
Jesus.
I've had friends who have tried to come over who have had the police called on them because people feel that they didn't belong in the neighborhood.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's a city. Oh. It's rated number 2 as the worst city for Black people to live in the United States.
And yet you're there and you're still with us, man. That's insane.
I'm still here. I mean, they can't get rid of us, but it's definitely been a turmoil thing living here. And neighborly, I don't see it.
Man. Okay. Okay. So if you're looking for a place to have your sexual debut, probably not Rochester, New York. Am I right, Andrew? Am I right?
Don't debut here. Don't do it.
maybe debut in like Albany, but not Rochester. Maybe Albany.
Go to Albany. You'll have a box office flop if you debut here.
Wait. You'll have what if you debut in Rochester?
It'll be a box office flop.
Oh, a box office flop?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, man, box office flop? Are you talking about literally? I mean, because penises can literally have a box office flop.
Yes, 100%.
Oh.
I didn't think about that, but now I am talking about
Yeah, do you not know your own penis? Of course they flop. Alrighty, if you have a headline you want to send me and Andrew, Facebook.com/TheAnythingShow, Instagram @AnythingShowFrancois. Don't forget we are on TikTok @AnythingShowFrancois as well. All right, Andrew, I think we're going to have to give someone else at the end of this month of October a $100 gift card and an Anything Show with John Francois shot glass and keychain. Are you ready for our fun Ask Anything? Yeah. All right. What the hell is the question? What did you want to be when you grew up? Yeah, a lot of responses came through on social media, particularly Facebook. Thanks for reaching out on my personal Facebook page, John Francois, JON space FRANCOIS. Andrew, before we get to the responses, what did you want to be when you grew up as a kid?
I wanted to be a Pokemon master. That's what I wanted. Not real.
Now, what does a Pokemon master do for those who are not familiar?
They catch as many Pokemon as possible and win all of the tournaments.
Wow. And you know what? Technically, you could be a Pokemon master still because the Pokemon Go game, I think it's still popular as a phone game, right?
Oh, it's glorious. I still play it every day.
Yeah, I bet. All right, lovely responses coming from, my girlfriend Tony says she wants to be a veterinarian, and she pretty much is at this point, so Tony's living the dream. Joella says an ICU nurse. Lisa wanted to be an oceanographer and swim with sharks. Stephanie wanted to be a duck when she grew up. I mean, is that surgically possible, Andrew? I hope.
If it is, please, I would love to see a duck alteration.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Fusion. Ha! Dragon Ball Z reference. There we go. Delaney says she wanted to be a sea animal trainer in the dolphin tank. Diane wanted to be an RN when she grew up. Oh, Mike just said he wants to be happy when he grew up. Aw. Yeah.
Happy to pay the bills, but aw.
Yeah, happy to pay. Yeah, isn't that sad? Because, when you're an adult, you're anything but happy, usually. Aww. Ariel wanted to be a teacher. Carrie wanted to be tall when she grew up, and she just said it never happened. So, aww. Robin also wanted to be a veterinarian. Aaron wanted to be an author. John wanted to be a pastor, which is a dream come true. John is actually a pastor. Allie wanted to be a millionaire. Keep saving that money, Allie. Indigo says she, this is a long response. She wants to be a starving artist. That's not hard. Just basically say to your parents, hey, I want to be an artist, and then leave the house and you're good. That's it. Just say I want to be an artist, and whether you actually do the art or not, you're pretty much good to go. You checked off the box.
There you go. You're some Robin. Then boom, that's it.
Yeah. All right. Sean says he wanted to be me when he grew up. Aw, you're so snarky, Sean. Simone wanted to be a teacher, which she actually was. She was my creative writing teacher back in high school.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. Elizabeth wanted to be a marine biologist. DJ wanted to be a meteorologist. Cindy wanted to be a flight attendant. Megan wanted to be a doctor, and Megan is actually a doctor, so congratulations there. Alyssa says she wants to work at Dairy Queen. Why not? Because they have the ice cream and the hot dogs.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Heather said she wanted to be a vet who had a farm and a helicopter. That's very specific. I love that, Heather. Kelly wanted to be a Supreme Court justice. Yeah, Kelly. Fill the vacancy by Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That would be nice. Tim wanted to be an archaeologist. Linda said she wanted to be Loretta Lynn. Ellie, a teacher. Heather, a veterinarian. Sarah, an F4 pilot. Charlene wanted to be president of the United States. Doesn't seem as fun as it seems, doesn't it, Charlene? Erica wants to be an architect. Ellen, a singer. Nori, a butterfly. Haley, a firefighter. Sarah, a fashion designer. Wilson wanted to be a professional baseball player. Damaris, a vet. Anthony, a mechanic. Deb just wanted to be a grown-up. Yeah, I mean, don't you remember as a kid, like, being a grown-up seemed so cool, Andrew?
Oh my God, it did until I realized you have to pay things.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to be responsible. You have to, like, actually pay for insurance. Ew. Oh, God. Well, keep on those, keep those responses coming at Facebook.com/The Anything Show, Instagram and TikTok at Anything Show Francois, YouTube, The Anything Show with John Francois. DM me, do whatever you can to let me know what it is you want to be when you grew up. And who knows, you could be that lucky person that wins the $100 gift card and The Anything Show with John Francois shot glass and keychain Monday, October 27th. Alrighty, coming up later on, I'll be speaking with actress and singer Alicia Witt about her new album, The Conduit. So this is The Anything Show with Jean Francois and Andrew Vandertunt. I think this is the time, Andrew, that we have to take a break. You have to pee, you have to drink some water, you got to do any of that good stuff?
I am only going to drink some water. I already took care of the pee.
Ooh, all right.
I was scared.
Yeah, Andrew certainly didn't have a box office flop in the bathroom.
Just a little golden shower.
Just a tiny one, just a little preschool of a golden shower. I love it. All right, Andrew, we'll be right back to hear your voice on one of our sponsors, and then after we do that, we'll get into Let's Get Viral. Sounds good?
Perfect.
All right, stay tuned, y'all.
The upper left corner USA is known for its beautiful rivers, forests, and mountains. It's also known for its serial killers and others who commit heinous crimes. Host Emily tells tame true crime stories out of the Pacific Northwest, taking care to respect the victims and their families. Each episode starts with a Pacific Northwest town profile, detailing where the story takes place, and ends with a review of a Pacific Northwest wine. This murderous tale has hints of apricot. You don't need to be from the Pacific Northwest to enjoy these true crime tales. Available episodes include serial killers Israel Keys, Robert Lee Yates, interesting tales of debauchery like D.B. Cooper and Mary Kay Letourneau, cults like Rajneesh Param, and throwback cases that include the Vinson lynchings and Starvation Heights. Episodes of Upper Left Corner drop every other Thursday, and you can binge over 20 episodes right now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other major podcast platforms. Find Upper Left Corner on Instagram at Upper Left Corner Pod and get into these stories.
Yeah, let's do it. It's time for Let's Get Viral, the viral videos of the week, right here on The Anything Show. Andrew, we had to clarify, of course, in the beginning that it's not the rapper Pitbull singing Happy Birthday, but indeed a dog Pitbull singing Happy Birthday. So we just want to clear that up, right, Andrew?
Yes, we have to clear it up. Both of them are equally as cuddly.
Yeah, Pitbull, that Miami party boy douchebag. Oh, don't you just want to cuddle with him under a warm blanket at night? Yeah, he's so comforting.
All of his red flags turn me on.
Oh, okay. You like that bad boy, that toxic bad boy, Andrew.
I don't know if he's going to leave me on the side of the road or take me back to the hotel.
Hey, like Tony has said about Machine Gun Kelly, Pitbull's probably good for a good time, maybe not a long time.
Exactly.
All right, but how about this dog Pitbull? Pitbulls, the dogs, they are always good for a long time. So let's hear this Pitbull, the dog, singing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tyler. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, that doesn't make my ears bleed at all. Oh my God, it's such sweet serenade vanilla to my ears, Andrew.
It was soothing. soothing. That was like Barry White's voice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, baby, I'm a pitbull. That's a terrible Barry White impression. Anybody who knows Barry White, that is so far from the actual man. That was Barry White if he had like laryngitis or something.
There's Barry White Batman.
Barry White as Batman. Yeah. Oh, baby, let me get that saxophone. Oh, my fat belly, my beard. Oh, baby, I want to sex you up. I want to have a sexual debut with you. All right. Hey, do you want to hear a great Shakira impersonator, Andrew?
Let's hear her.
Yeah. So this woman went viral because as Shakira, she ordered a pizza, and of course the other guy on the line, the delivery driver, he kind of believed that she was Shakira.
I want a pizza. Look it up and entregado aquí.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I didn't quite understand it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I said I want a pizza and I want a delivery.
What toppings?
I just want jalapenos, medium size.
Jalapenos, medium-sized pizza. Anything else I can get you?
No.
Can I get the address?
Tell them to send it to Shakira.
Is this actually Shakira? Are you serious?
Yeah, I told you twice I want a pizza slice. Can you get it to me, boy?
Wait, what the?
Yeah, what the F, man? I don't know, Andrew. I mean, if you were a delivery driver and you heard this Shakira ordering pizza this way, how would you react?
That would have made my night. I would have asked her to sing the entire song, but theme it around pizza.
Yeah.
And I would deliver her pizza.
Yeah. You know what? It would make my night. It would probably turn me on because I love Shakira. I think she's a sexy, wonderful, talented person. I mean, especially, pizza delivery drivers, they get like $5 an hour and sometimes they get crappy tips. Sometimes you want the soothing, sexy, sultry voice of Shakira to lift your spirits up.
Yes, make the next delivery less soul-crushing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, a gas shortage in the United Kingdom. Apparently that's happening, and, it's never a great thing to be stuck in long lines trying to get gas during a gas shortage. This guy, Andrew, you got to hear this guy. He is someone who travels by horse, and he decided to just mock every single car lined up for gas because, of course, he has a horse and he doesn't have to worry about gas. So let me see if I can find this clip here, because if I can't, then we're going to move on. No, I found it. And, I apologize, Andrew. He is from the UK. It might be hard to understand him. I think the phrase that he keeps repeating is queuing for patrol. So I give you a man on a horse in the UK mocking people who have to suffer through the gas shortage.
Queuing for petrol. Queuing for petrol, but I'm on a horse. I'm on a horse. I'm on a horse. I don't need petrol, 'cause he runs on carrots. He runs on carrots. He runs on carrots. I don't need petrol, 'cause I'm on a horse.
Yeah, I'm on a horse. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Isn't that kind of mean, Andrew? I mean, you laugh, and you know what? I think it's hilarious in a way, but also it's just like, man, I'm sorry if I don't want to live in the 1800s and be modern and have a car. Like, what do you want to do?
Okay, I do agree that it's slightly mean, but I would be on a horse with this man singing along. This is the most festive thing I've heard.
You're telling me you would literally, like, if you were in the line of people trying to get gas, you would look at this man, laugh, and be like, all right, you know what? F it, honey. I'm going to get out of my car. I'm going to ride with you. I'm going to smoke what you're smoking.
I'm going right with him like, hey, sir, you got room for one more on the back?
Yeah, yes, this is like the 1800s equivalent of like being the chick on the back of a motorcycle.
It really is. The fact that he incorporated his horse runs on carrots in his song.
Yeah.
That's Emmy. That's an Emmy right there. Give that man a Grammy.
All righty. I love it. You know what I also love, Andrew? Speaking of Grammys, because of course they're awards for music, I think this might have to win the Grammy for the most disturbing amount of creativity that I've seen today. let's say today. So there's this guy called the There I Ruined It guy. I guess his whole thing is he makes videos where he ruins very popular, well-known songs. And he decided to do a Oktoberfest version of the NWA song Straight Outta Compton. I had never knew that I would hear a polka version of Straight Outta Compton until right now. Take a listen.
Straight outta Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellas with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sawed off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you mess with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out for the punk motherfucker that's showing out. People start to mumble, they wanna rumble. Mix them and cook them in a pot like gumbo. Going off on a motherfucker like that with a gat that's pointed at your ass. Give it up, Lufa! Ain't no telling when I'm down for a jack move. There's a murder rap to keep you dancing with a crime record like Charles Manson. AK-47 is the tool. Don't make me act like a crazy little fool. Me and you can go toe to toe, no maybe. I'm knocking fellas out the box daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Until them dumb motherfuckers see clearly that I'm down with the capital CPT. Boy, you can't fuck with me. So when I'm in your neighborhood, you better duck. Cause Ice Cube is crazy as I leave, believe I'm stomping. But when I come back, boy, I'm coming straight out of Compton.
Yeah, Andrew. I mean, there's nothing more South Central LA than white men in short shorts and accordions doing polka.
That was interesting. I feel like somebody gave me Kool-Aid that was only using the instructions on the package to make it.
Okay.
It was really bland.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have sugar here.
Yeah. I saw your face on Zoom. You seemed very just mortified.
I was scared. This one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah. I mean, white folk have taken enough of black culture. Really? Do they have to take Straight Outta Compton?
You know, the next thing they're going to be crip walking, and I'm not going to know.
Yeah, I swear, if Zoom was able to, I would show you my crip walk right now, because I used to do a mean crip walk back in the day, Andrew. It was ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we see each other in person, you'll have to record me doing a crip walk, and then I think I'll post it on our at Anything Show Francois TikTok. I think it'll be one for the ages.
You know, it would be. That could be a little dangerous, though. So we got to make sure you have on the right colors.
All right. I'll have crutches on standby just in case something happens. You know, I have crutches, and I'll make sure I don't do a box office flop.
Okay.
Yes. All right. What the hell? Oh, yeah. Viral videos. If you want to send us one, Facebook.com/The Anything Show, Instagram and TikTok at Anything Show Francois. Can you send people videos through like the inbox on TikTok, Andrew? Do you know?
I think you can. I'm going to explore the inbox today because I just discovered that people have been sending me messages. So we're going to see.
Yeah, the person who has like 97 unread text messages on his phone. What a surprise.
Oh, you should see my Instagram inbox. Dangerous.
Oh, Lord Jesus, Andrew. You are such a hermit. I love it.
I know. I just learned what DMs were last year.
Really? What did you think they were before this?
I had no idea.
All right. You thought they stood for Donut Man.
Delicious, man.
Exactly. I love it. All right. What are we doing? I guess we're doing some celebrity gossip. Why not? Hello, celebrity gossip. Hello. There we go. Okay. Man, stay tuned for my conversation with Alicia Witt, the actress and singer who has a new album out called The Conduit. The Super Bowl 56 halftime show coming up in February 13th at SoFi Stadium. Andrew, I'm so happy that Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, they are all going to be at the halftime show. When you heard about this, what was your reaction?
I'm not going to watch it, but I think it'll be pretty good.
No, why are you not going to watch it?
You know, I am just not a fan of many of the artists' names. I like some songs, I like some things, but I'm really not a big Super Bowl roster, and if the halftime show isn't like, for me, it's not for me.
You know, I can kind of understand that because halftime shows, they're built up to be this big thing, and often they can be disappointing. Either, you know, the artists, play songs that we've heard like 100 million times, or maybe like a technical glitch happens. So, I get it.
Like, against them, they're all talented, but it's honestly more fun to me to make like a mix of all the songs from these artists that I like and just play it at my house if I do a Super Bowl party as opposed to watching the show.
All right. That's fine. Well, Andrew, I know one person who's not going to be playing the Super Bowl halftime this year, R. Kelly. Yeah, of course. I think the big announcement this past week, R. Kelly found guilty of all 9 counts in his sex trafficking trial in New York. He is already looking at decades in prison. He still has charges to face in Chicago and Minnesota. I think it's just way overdue justice, Andrew, because I remember going back to 2002 when I was in middle school, and like those child pornography charges first started coming out. He got acquitted. And then 2008, he got charged for like the same similar stuff, got acquitted. So we're talking about like 2 decades worth of this guy getting away with stuff.
Yes, I really hope they use him as a punching bag in prison. Take out all the justice on him. This is so overdue.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane because you have all these women lined up who have these allegations. Of course, you have the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. So many stories. And, of course, the logical question is like, why would all of these people be lying? For those people, of course, who suspect that they are lying. And of course, all you have to do is see R. Kelly's interview with Gayle King. It's the crazy madman way he approached the accusations lobbied against him. If you are innocent, you do not react like a child. You just simply say, "Hey, I'm innocent." But the way he reacted like a child, it was like, "Oh yeah, he's guilty and just wants to deny it."
Right? He's guilty and he got away with it for so long. He started to believe his own lie. Like, dude, you're guilty. You're done. Ugh.
Yeah.
We just erase him from society. I don't even want his music to be around.
And guess what his net worth is, Andrew?
I hope it's 0.
It's kind of close enough. His net worth is negative $2 million.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I guess the combination of not being able to work because of all this and also all the legal fees he's had to pay. The guy is as broke as a broken hammer, if that makes any sense.
It took too long, but this is some justice.
Yep. And of course, guess who's coming to R. Kelly's defense, Andrew? Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby coming to R. Kelly's defense. Bill Cosby thinks that R. Kelly has been railroaded, and he uses that whole thing of like, oh, this is like a big conspiracy against successful black men, and to pull the race card on something like this, kind of not appropriate.
I mean, it's not appropriate, and let's just pill Cosby, a rapist. Defend the rapist? Are you kidding me?
I got to trademark that. Did you say Pill Cosby? Pill Cosby?
Pill Cosby. Don't take Jello or whatever crap he was selling.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, Jello has never tasted the same ever since I found out about Bill Cosby, Andrew.
I can't even say I was disappointed. It was one of those things that's just like, you are truly disgusting.
Yeah.
And I had hoped for more.
Oh, boy. Katy Perry, in lighter news, she was asked about not having a Grammy, even though she has a successful career. I mean, billions and billions of streams, billions and billions of album sales. And to that, she says, quote, "To be honest, I always go by numbers, and they don't lie, and I'm good with that. Everyone has an opinion, and that's wonderful, but numbers are numbers. Math is sacred," end quote. Well, the math is sacred part, I think you and I would disagree on that, Andrew.
100%. Math is not sacred.
Yeah, but I will say I've never been a big awards person. I always think that when it comes to musicians, all it matters is the fan base. If you have a fan base that's providing the sales for you, that's all that matters. I mean, the awards, last I checked, the Grammys are not going to provide you a paycheck.
No. Honestly, the only thing that matters to me, like you said, is the music. I care what sounds good, what I like, what makes me feel good. The only way I would care about a Grammy is if, like, all of your fans who purchased your music got their own individual Grammy.
Oh.
Reward your fans. You don't need it, we are happy that we gave you our dollars.
Oh, my God. Are you advocating for, like, a fan participation Grammy, Andrew?
Fan participation should be a category in the Grammys, and each fan should win a little Grammy. But let's make it so it doesn't destroy the earth so we get little rewards.
Okay, let's do this ridiculous thing, but make sure we save the environment while we do this ridiculous thing.
Right. Everybody get like a little digital thing. Like, wouldn't you love to pull a Grammy up on your phone? Like, I have a Grammy.
Yeah. But not even, don't even call it a Grammy. Call it, I have a Gramton. Like, make it so formal. I have a Gramton.
Oh, yes. You walk, someone's like, oh, sir, you just ran somebody over. I have a Gramton.
Yeah, please step aside. Don't even touch me. I have a Gramton. I love it. William Shatner, who's the guy who's not going to have a Grammy anytime soon because he doesn't do music. He is going to orbit next month. I believe this month, actually. I think he's going to orbit this month of October on Jeff Bezos' next space flight. At 90 years of age, Andrew, he's going to be the oldest person to ever go to space. I mean, should we be concerned about a 90-year-old going to space?
Well, you know, Shatner's done it a few times on his show, so I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. There's a Star Trek connection. So if you could act like you have been to space, why not just do it in real life? It's just that simple, right?
Yeah, just push the buttons, make the sounds. He'll be good.
Yep. All right. I don't know about this. I like Michael Jordan as much as the next person, but to buy a pair of his stanky used boxers, yeah, they were actually on the auction block, Andrew, recently. Some person snapped up Michael Jordan's stanky used boxers for $2,784. You love you some Michael Jordan, Andrew?
I do, and I want to know how hard of a whiff or sniff of those boxers the person who bought them took.
I knew you would say that. They
had to. Why else buy them? I know they had to.
Now, what kind of smell would you tolerate on a man if he offered you his used boxers?
Okay, because it is something that is not a turn-off to me, maybe like if they were boxers that were on for about 20 hours. So it's like the day smell, but I don't smell like yesterday's scent.
Okay, so a very today smell, maybe put some cologne, maybe put some sweat into the mix. But a today smell. You don't want it to be like 2 days ago smell.
Yes, I don't want to pick this up and feel like I'm looking at a calendar.
Okay. All right. I got it. I got you. All right. Well, that's food for thought for Michael Jordan. On The View, of course, the lovely middle-aged women show where they just kind of yell over each other. I love it. An odd moment happened on The View when panelists Anna Navarro and Sunny hosted. They were pulled off the air mid-show because they had tested positive for coronavirus. I have a clip here, Andrew. Take a listen to this.
And we're going to bring you back later.
Have to leave.
Yeah. Yes.
And we'll tell you why.
More information later. It's a tease.
We'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. So shall I introduce the Vice President?
Yes.
Okay. So, Vice President, no.
Nope.
Okay. Shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance.
Let's do a tap dance.
Since this is going to be a major news story any minute now,
Yeah.
What happened is that Sonny and Anna both apparently tested positive for COVID. No matter how hard we try, these things happen. They probably have a breakthrough case, and they'll be okay, I'm sure, because they're both vaccinated up the wazoo. You know, a lot of vaccines.
Yeah. So, I mean, just imagine doing a live television show and you're just sitting there doing your thing, talk, and a producer just comes in, pulls you aside. Hey, we want to stop you from doing your job. Just leave the building right now. You have COVID.
When I first heard this and I saw the video of it, I thought of like those dictator countries where like, oh my God, they said something bad about the leader of the country. Let's pull them off the air and this new host are there. I didn't get that. I went into a little fantasy about it, but it was very weird to see in person.
Is there a dictatorship regime happening at The View? Is that what you're saying, Andrew?
Barbara Walters, she's behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, she hasn't been on the show in a while. She's retired, but I think she's still like an executive producer. So yes, you might be right. That old bag may be a dictator like Gaddafi or something. She's the white American Gaddafi. I love it. All right, Nick Cannon, of course, the guy with like 1 million kids. He says he's actually going to take a break from having kids after his therapist advised him to be celibate. Yeah, you know it's bad, Andrew, when even your therapist is like, can you just slow down a bit with your little seeds there, with your little sperm?
Yeah, like how he's brought in like 20 cannons into this world already. It's like, bro, slow down.
Yeah. What are you trying to prove, bro?
Like, you're building an army here, and I'm concerned now.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Billie Eilish says she lost 100,000 social media followers when she did that photo shoot showing more skin. She says simply that people are just scared of big boobs. And you know what, Andrew? I'm very split on this. I'm curious to hear your opinion on this. I remember, Billie Eilish, when she first came out, she was very multicolored and she had the baggy clothes because, of course, she just wanted people to see her for her music, not her body image. And I guess once she had success and some comfort with that initial image, she decided to just change it up and really shock us and go blonde with the hair. And all of a sudden, you see a lot of photos where she's getting all sexual. And I'm conflicted because, it's like, all right, Billie Eilish looking good, but I feel weird about saying she's looking good because she's what, 18, 19 years old? I felt like the baggy clothes image fit more because she's young and just kind of, what do you think, Andrew? It's I don't know how to feel about this new Billie Eilish.
So I thought Billie Eilish was Lady Gaga for 30 minutes last night.
They do have a similar look. Yeah, they do have a similar look.
They do. I thought that's who she was, and I didn't know what she looked like before. All I knew was the song Bad Guy, and I'd never seen her. So I'm like, oh, she does look different from the green hair and everything. But, I mean, maybe the richer you get, you want to show off a little side boob or show a little side. I'm here for it. I would love to just be naked. So, girl, just show it off.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. You're just saying Billie Eilish should just be naked for your next look?
Yeah, just come out, be naked. Give them something to talk about. So put on some saran wrap and just walk out the door.
Okay, so, yeah, you clearly thought she was Lady Gaga because that's something that Lady Gaga used to do back in the day, is just be in saran wrap at the Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's funny. That's funny. All right, not recently, he's been retired from the late night talk show game for 7 years. David Letterman actually crashed a Brooklyn Nets press conference and asked Kevin Durant some really dumb questions because, that's David Letterman's sense of humor.
Kevin, KD, why do people call you KD? Can I call you KD? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first name is Kevin.
Right.
And my second name, my last name, my second name. My last name is Durant with a D.
KD. This year, what percentage do you plan on giving on the court? 90, 95, 100, 110? What are we looking at?
110.
Yeah. So it seems like Kevin Durant, didn't get that David Letterman was just acting like a dumb guy for the sake of jokes. It seemed like he took it seriously and was just like, really, dude? You're wasting my time with this crap? But, to us, it's just priceless. Andrew?
It is. I would give anything for him to do all of the sports ball interviews because I don't watch them unless they're funny, and this would be hilarious.
Yeah. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Let's see. Will Smith says that his relationship with Jada has evolved past monogamy. He says, quote, "We have given each other trust and freedom. Marriage for us cannot be a prison." Now, I was looking at this headline, Andrew, and I was just like, oh, no, duh, because not too long ago, do you remember when it was a big deal that, we found out that Jada had an affair with this 23-year-old singer or rapper named August Alsina, and Jada went viral because she kept on saying, we had an entanglement. So I feel like ever since then, it's we kind of know that Will and Jada have a very non-conventional marriage.
True. I mean, Will, if you're saying you have evolved outside of boundaries like that, come evolve over here to me. I will leave you my phone number. That's all I need.
It was Mark Consuelo's last week, Will Smith this week, Andrew.
I get around.
Yes, like Tupac, apparently. Like Tupac.
Great song, by the way.
Yeah. And you know what? Jada and Tupac, they had a thing, I hear. I think they used to date when Tupac was alive. So what a connection.
Right.
Oh, my Lord. Lastly, in our celebrity gossip, the organizers of the Women's March in Washington, D.C. this year, they're banning Handmaid's Tale costumes. Are you familiar with the whole concept behind the Handmaid's Tale?
I really am.
Yeah, it's like this dark dystopian religious kind of future or past where women's reproductive systems are controlled for the sake of maintaining the population. And the Women's March organizers said that, if you dress up in a Handmaid's Tale costume, it just creates racial and class divisions. It reminds us women of what we're fighting against. What do you think of that, Andrew?
I am confused on who the organizers are to say, no, don't wear this. You're literally doing what they do in The Handmaid's Tale by telling the women that they can't wear what they want to wear to protest.
Yeah. Kind of ironic, isn't it?
It's very ironic. I would show up in 3 of those darn things now.
There we go. I mean, I don't know. I really do think it's possible to separate the themes going on in the show with being a fan of the show itself. I feel like it's possible to say, hey, I don't support anything that is going on in The Handmaid's Tale. However, it's a beautifully done show. I'm a fan of how the characters are developed. So therefore, I'm going to dress as one of the characters because I'm just simply a fan of the show.
Right. You can even say I'm simply a fan of the show. Or for a way that I would just break it down for myself is, hey, in this show, one of the main focuses is women's reproductive rights and the control that they have of their own bodies. Why not make a cultural reference that people who may see the march on TV will understand and then want to get involved? You're bringing out a bigger audience to a message that a lot of people, unfortunately and terribly, because of our society the way it is, they don't listen to.
Yeah. Andrew, can I make you an honorary woman right now? That was beautiful what you just said.
Well, thank you.
Yay. All right. If you have some celebrity gossip you want to share with us, Facebook.com/TheAnythingShow. Instagram @AnythingShowFrancois. Again, we're also on TikTok @AnythingShowFrancois. That's Anything Show Francois. John Francois here in Vermont. Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast has been joining me from Rochester, New York. Andrew, anything coming up lately on the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast?
Yes. So my next episode is going to be with my friend Danny again, and we are trying out, well, not literally trying out, but we are giving our reviews of bargain bin sex toys.
Ooh. Check out Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy wherever you get podcasts. It is such a fabulous listen. I love it so much. All right, Andrew, looks like I'm going to be getting to a conversation with actress and singer Alicia Witt. Oh my God, her credits are just endless. Law & Order, Twin Peaks, Justified, Orange is the New Black, Friday Night Lights, etc. Nashville on ABC. Now she is releasing her album as an accomplished musician. The album is called The Conduit. Please get it wherever you get your music. And Andrew, shall we see each other again next week?
We shall.
Wonderful.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm here with actress and singer Alicia Witt. You have seen her in Law & Order, Criminal Intent, Sybil, Justified, Twin Peaks, Nashville, etc. And now she has released her new album, The Conduit. Alicia, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you, John. It's so nice to be here today.
Yeah, let's start off with this. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, including myself, are very familiar with your acting credits. In fact, I saw you not too recently as the single mom of Becky on Friday Night Lights. I think I binge watched that. I think I binge watched that show for like the 4th time. So it was nice to see you on that.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's, I think a lot of people have been watching that show either for the first time or rewatching it just recently. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh God, such a phenomenal performance. And, you know, I to be honest, this is now where I'm just becoming familiar with your singing career. So I was wondering if you could, tell me how that got started, especially in conjunction with your acting.
Well, I've always imagined that I was going to share my music with people, but it was something that took me a while to get brave enough to begin playing in public. But I've always kind of written my own little songs and played them for friends or played them in my living room for myself. And about 13 years ago, I just had this realization that if I didn't start doing it for real, it wasn't going to happen. And that wasn't a possibility. So once I started writing every single day, the ideas came fast and furious, and I can't imagine my life now without sharing my original songs and getting to perform them for people. It's one of the biggest parts of my life.
Can you share some of those first few ideas that you expressed in music?
Well, the moment that always sticks out in my head is this long relationship had ended, and he moved out, and it was a feeling of catharsis because it was something I kind of knew wasn't right for a while. But he was a great person and nobody did anything wrong. It just wasn't supposed to be for the rest of our lives. And so the door closed behind him as he took the last of his stuff. And I sat down directly at the piano and I started to write a song called Blind, which ended up on my first release back in 2009. And it was one of my first experiences of having a feeling too big and too complicated to try to express if I sat down to tell somebody about it. But the challenge of turning it into a 3.5 minute long song, and also a feeling that I knew other people had when you just feel almost like you've gone blind to someone. You don't see them for the beautiful human being they are anymore because it's just not working out. So that was the first of many hundreds of moments like that where, like with the Conduit, the title track on this new album, I was trying to sort through my feelings around this very complicated connection that I was feeling. And when I got the notion to put it like that, I'm finally onto it, you are the conduit, it just kind of unlocked this sense that maybe a lot of the most profound connections we have with people are more conduits than anything else.
Right. And I always wonder when we write, stories like that, which can, bring about a lot of pain or emotion and the music. I wonder if you yourself, do you feel a sense of relief getting that out? Do you feel more of that emotion, that brings you back to that time?
It's usually a great sense of relief and catharsis. And what's interesting also is that even though I might have been feeling a certain way when I wrote the song, some songs always bring me back to that specific feeling, but then other songs very much take on a life of their own, depending on where I am in my own life at the moment I'm performing it. And, at a very simple level, if I'm crushing on somebody and I might have written a song thinking of someone I was crushing on quite a few years ago, but I'm certainly not thinking of that person anymore when I sing the song these days.
Right. And, I see that you're a classically trained former competitive pianist, and the idea of being a competitive pianist, that's a new thing to me. Can you tell me how that works?
Oh, yeah. It's very similar to dance competitions or trying to think of other things. Like a spelling bee, it's a similar pressure on a young child where you practice and practice and practice. And then you show up, you have to bring copies of the sheet music for the songs that you've chosen, the pieces you've chosen. And you sit down at the piano, you play your pieces diligently. The judges will tap on the table when they're done with hearing a specific song, and then you move on to the next particular song. And then they tap on the table again and you play the next bit. And then they say, thank you very much. And you're done. There's no applause or anything. It's a competition. And then sometimes if you win the competition, not only do you get your trophy or your certificate or your ribbon, but there were several contests I won where my prize was getting to perform in front of an audience with an actual orchestra. So I played a Mozart concerto several times with an orchestra because of that.
Wow. And that experience, obviously it's very fruitful, and how does it apply to your current experience now, going on the road and doing this music?
It's very different, but it taught me a sense of discipline and also the practice of getting used to playing in front of people and knowing that I can do that. And it's a strange sensation to be one human being on a stage in front of a whole bunch of other human beings saying, listen to me, I'm the one you should be paying attention to right now. It's a lot of energy. So I think what I learned from the classical competitions is just that the whatever heightened sense of anticipation you might feel in those moments, it just shows you that you can get through anything, even in moments when you might have butterflies. That was helpful also for my years of auditioning and the pressure of walking into a room for a network test, for example. But what I do now is pretty different from the classical side of things, because ultimately these are stories. I'm up there as a storyteller, and I'm not an opera singer, or, you know, it's about sharing the stories and connecting with the human beings in the room. And there's no such thing as, is it going to be a perfect show? Is it going to be anything like that? It's about the human connection. As long as that's there, everything will be perfect.
Absolutely. Tell me about residing and making music in Nashville, because, you know, I've never been, but I know that it's a big dream as a musician, especially on the country end, to go to Nashville and make it big there. So I want you to just kind of get me into that experience, and especially performing at the Grand Ole Opry, which is pretty much the Madison Square Garden of Nashville.
It really is. And the most beautiful thing about performing at the Opry was the feeling that even though there were 4,400 people there, I felt like I was in the most intimate of settings. It's like the legends who have played there and the countless, I mean, tens of thousands of artists, past and present, who have filled that space. They just lift you up and make you feel protected so that you know everything's going to be okay. You're there to make music. Living in Nashville similarly just feels right. It feels much more at home to me to be in Nashville now than LA does. And, you know, some of my dearest friends that I've ever had in my life live in that part of the country. So it just all makes sense. I love my house, and I love being able to say that I live in Nashville now, not just come out there for 2 or 3 weeks at a time and then wish I were there the rest of the time.
Yeah. Now, Alicia Witt, your album, of course, The Conduit, out right now. And we have a single from the album that we'd like to play, Talk to You. Can you tell us about that single before we let you go?
Talk to You is at its core about that simple act of wanting to connect to somebody, which, as I've said, is so important to me. It tells the story of a night out on the town. In my particular experience, I was working on a job in Vancouver, and another production was also working there, and several of us knew each other between the two productions. So we had this great big group outing one night, and there was one specific person who I was becoming friends with on the other production, and I just thought, all I want in the world right now is to be sitting with you. I want to go somewhere quiet, have some wine, and just talk until the sun comes up. And and the next morning I started writing Talk to You, and realized as we were recording this album in the midst of a global pandemic that the energy of wanting to connect to another human being is, if anything, even more relevant right now. So I recorded it.
Awesome. All right, Alicia Witt's album, The Conduit, definitely go get it. It's definitely going to be worth a listen, and we're going to play Talk to You from the album right now on The Anything Show. Alicia, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, John. It was a pleasure talking to you.
You've been turning every head again tonight out on the town. I'm not the best at this. It's standing out within a crowd. I just shut down. And everyone here's competing over who will catch your eye. No, I don't blame them none, for I am one within the fray. Your starry sky, and I should make small talk and keep it light. Yeah, be polite, 'cause you're not the only one here. But I just wanna talk to you, to hear all your stories, the glories and shame. I just wanna talk to you, to know where you're going, the choices you've made. I just wanna walk through your highways and byways and valleys between. Everything that brought you right here to me. Room spinning, seventh inning, stretching out to catch a sign. I feel electrified, I look to find your liquid eyes are fixed on mine. Truth is, I didn't come tonight to see or be seen. I wanna spill the beans and drink your wine, down on your feet and share your time. And just a little longer, now maybe we can finally leave somewhere we can hear every word. 'Cause I just wanna talk to you, to hear all your stories, the glories and shame. I just wanna talk to you, to know where you're going, the places you've been. I just wanna walk through your highways and byways and valleys between. Everything that brought you right here to me. You broke me open, cracked a shell I didn't know I had. How long has it been since I forgot to miss the one who came before all this? I just wanna talk to you, to trace back the pages from your side of space. I just wanna talk to you, to know where you're going, the choices you've made. I just wanna walk through your highways and byways and valleys between. Everything that brought you right here to me. Everything that brought you right here to me.
Listen to The Anything Show with John Francois on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. How does John know how to set up podcasts? Is he that? No, he can't be that smart. Follow on Facebook at The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. Did you get all that?